Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life.
The wait is over.
Welcome to the good life.
Good morning, and welcome to the Good Life with me, Eileen. I am so excited on this Good Life Friday. I'm usually in here by myself with, one guest, and we're doing an interview or whatever the situation because we want to open your minds to living differently in the world. We want to inspire you. But today I have the whole cast of the Good Life of varying degrees. I am so excited. It's our anniversary week, y'all. We made a year on the radio. I want to thank all of the listeners from New Orleans, the greater New Orleans area, Dallas, Fort Worth. Shout out to Gospel is Golden who listened to us there. But really, listening from WBOK 1230 a.m., you can listen literally from all over the world, and people do. I've had people call, from Philadelphia. Our next greatest listenership for the Good Life is from Houston, then it's Ashburn, Virginia, then it's L.A. Would you believe that? Do y'all want to know who's in the studio with me? Because I'm really excited because today is a surprise show. I don't say all of my favorites because I couldn't fit everyone in the studio, but I have Doc Griggs from Wellness Wednesday.
Morning.
What's wrong with you? You're usually hype in the morning.
My voice hadn't awakened.
What did you do yesterday? I don't even want to know. We have Gian, and I know for you all who are listening, who have been with me from the beginning, you all know who Gian is. She is literally my partner. She pushed me out on the ledge to start my own business a couple years ago. You know those friends who believe in you and you don't believe in yourself? Well, she is it. Every time I needed her to be on the show, she was here, and, she is so phenomenal. All the things that she's done in her life, all the things that she's accomplished, she's a great friend and she's a mentor. I surround myself with people who are smarter than me, and she's one of those people. So thank you so much for being on the show today, Gian.
Oh, my God.
You are
thank
back.
You. Yes, I am.
You are back. And then I have Uche, my partner in crime, and y'all don't know this, but I have been knowing Uche since, good golly gee, since like high school. So we play around on Relationship Tuesday, but he really is my friend in real life. And so when he's like, Eileen, I'm going to tell you business, he really knows my business. So that's the bad part. But luckily, he's been, keeping it under wraps for all this time. So Uche, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of the Good Life.
Thank you.
And then, there's always somebody who's like kind of in the background that like always has your back. Well, when I started at WBOK, I want to thank Susan. I want to thank Chris, especially for, taking a chance on me. They had no idea what I was going to do. But, on a Friday, y'all know I was on a show with someone else. And on a Friday, said, Eileen, do you want your own show 5 days a week? I was like, oh, my gosh. I had always been a co-host. But being a host is a totally different thing. Doc Griggs, you can speak to that.
Yes, Jesus.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's a totally different thing. So I was like, okay. So during the weekend, I had to figure out what the name of the show was, what the premise of the show was going to be, and we literally built this show online. So when on air. So thank all of the listeners, for everything. But I had one guy who was like in the trenches with me, like, Eileen, you can do it. Eileen, you can do it. Eileen, you can do it. I was like, oh my goodness. And that's Isaac. Y'all hear him on Small Business Thursday, but Isaac really has been there for me. So
that's Mr.
Taekwondo.
So
much, right? So I want to thank him so much, and I want to thank all of you for being here, because without each and every one of you, the Good Life would not be what it is. So I wanted you all here to have like a fun show, and I wanted to know what you thought as we start. Look at Lee. And Lee.
And Lee, don't forget about Lee.
I can't forget Lee.
That's Mr. Lysol.
Lee is my producer, and y'all hear me talk about it every now and then, but seriously, Lee, talk about mentor. He's kind of been like, he took me under his wing. He's been at WBOK literally since the beginning. And, Eileen, maybe you should say this, or maybe you should tweak this, or maybe you should have a one-line, or get your elevator speech. Make sure you say this. This is how you put it in. Make sure you say the people's name every 5 minutes. Giving the little, the 2 cents. So I want to thank him because he's really helped mold me and grow. Look. Y'all can't see him, but I just want to hug him over here. So, the Good Life, just like I said, it takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a village to create a radio show. So I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. We are going to celebrate tonight.
It's going to go down.
It is going down at the WXYZ bar tonight from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Get your popcorn.
That is at 225 Barone Street. So come out and celebrate with us. I'm really so excited, and I want to thank all of you. Thank you. So I kind of want to talk to all of you. I'm going to let Gian go last because she was at the inception, literally, of the show before it even – I talked to all of y'all after.
Yeah.
So, Doc Griggs, what did you think when I said, Doc, I have a Wellness Wednesday show, and I think you should come on? What made you want to, join? Well,
I said I'm all in. It's hard for me to say no. People ask me to speak and do stuff all the time. I listen to your show, and you have fun. And that's what I do on my show. And it's a very, believe it or not, you're very easy to talk to.
You think so?
You can carry a conversation or two.
Ah.
Look at Uche, like, oh.
Thank you.
You know, it's interesting and it's tough. You're talking about being a host. Co-host is one thing. Being a host, you have to come up with a different topic every day. And then I started reading the stuff that I posted online. You would actually read, and she would talk about. I'm like, wow, okay, well,
she reads.
She's the real deal. So it was a very easy thing, and it's been fun. It's been a great journey. It's been a really great journey.
Thank you, Uche. Relationship Tuesday, and we've been through.
You know how that
lots of
went.
relationships.
What were we like in my driveway or something?
I
You're like
think
you
we
coming
were.
on the show, and it's
I was
like, what show?
What
you
are you
mean?
doing on Tuesdays? You have your own business, so. And then, you had to work around people who had their own business, because it's not like people can just be on the air at 9 a.m.
And I was
so,
like,
God works in mysterious ways.
I was like, you want me on the show? I said, I'm going to say anything I want, right?
I said, that's exactly why I want you on the show.
And you said, and I'm like, look, people not going to like it, right?
I said, that's exactly why I want you on the show.
I said, when I need to show up?
Tuesdays at 9.
Tuesdays at 9. In my, and the first person I saw when I walked in the door was Gian. And I was like, all right. And, and I think me and Gian went at it like immediately within like the first minute. And
She's nodding her head.
I was like,
look at me. He's like nodding his head.
I was like, what I did this lady? And then I found out what I did, and then it was like that trip.
That was a little off-the-air conversation.
That trip to Madrid will happen one day. So.
Isaac Netters, my partner. We've been in that office together. When I didn't have a quarter and I wanted the peanut brittle from next door, he hooked me up. He taught me what watermelon water is. When we're hungry, we figure out who's going to get lunch. What did you think? Because I was new to WBOK Family, and I'm a black programmer, but I'm WBOK Family.
Right.
So, I play a different role. So how was it when you're like, who is this girl who's going to share this office with me?
Right. Yeah. When I first met you, I was like, I think we found a good voice. Somebody that could get the idea across, and then had, the relationships already in the city to help push the message.
Mm-hmm.
And we all about the message here. And just that block, from the block that we're in right now, is such an important block to the city, because if you've tuned in already, you've got the information you need, right? You start your day off the right way, but you just put a touch on the morning to where it's like, now we could it's all wrapped up, it's positive, it's pretty, and it sounds really good. And that's what you've been doing. Yesterday, I want to say, it was either yesterday or the Wednesday show, and I think you had Doc and my girl on from Atlanta.
Yes.
And y'all were
Bobby
talking.
Clark Alexander.
You had Doc, Bobby Clark, and you were talking about how if you listen to every day of your show, you become a complete person by the end of the week, and you've been fed in all those different ways. And I mean, you really provide it every week, and I don't think people really realize how much work goes into that. And so when I saw you, and after those, after the first show you went on, I was like, man, she's got it. And the management, like you said, they were right on board with you. And so for me, it's just been like, how can I help this lady be successful? And
Isaac and I not only, strategize, he helps me with marketing and so many other things. But I will say this is the one thing that I love about him the most. We pray together. So, when there are days, ups, downs, or whatever it is, and, his thing is give thanks. So, when I'm like, Isaac, I got a new sponsor. Guess what happened? He's like, give thanks. Or, something like, Isaac, oh, this man was trying to mess over me. He's like, well, aren't you up this morning? Give thanks. When you open your eyes, give thanks. So I want to thank him for always keeping me on the straight and narrow and, always praying with me, because you need that person that keeps you, even keel in faith when, there are trials and tribulations, because there always will be. And so, I'm just like everybody else out there, and the things that I talk about on the radio are literally things that we're going through in our lives, because if y'all think we just make this up, I'm like, what am I going to talk about? And it's things that we've all been through and lessons that we learned. And if I can open one person's mind to living differently in the world so they don't have to recreate the wheel, that's what it's all about. Yeah, in real life, exactly, that's what it's all about. So, Gian Duran. Yes. When I said, Gian, I want to start a radio show. Were you like, what?
No. I was proud.
Really?
Yes, because, we've been friends for a long time. And I love you so much. And, you're the one person that I can call if I'm having a bad day. And I'm like, okay, if I'm having a bad day, I just hear this voice. And it's like a ray of sunshine. You're the most positive person I know in my life. And so I was like, oh, my God, like, the world needs to hear this. Like, this is her calling. Like, she needs to be around people. She needs to talk to people. She needs to reach out to people. So when we were at Houston's, one of our favorite hangouts,
Yes.
and she showed me, she's like, I'm going to name it this, and I'm going to do this. I'm like, I'm 100% on board. I always wanted to encourage you. I'm so
And you were my
proud of
first
you.
sponsor. Shout
Yes.
out. See, those are real friends.
Yeah. And so I was just really proud, and I was just like, thank God. And I was just like, this is her calling, and this is what she's going to be great at, because she is the most positive person I know, and she needs to be out there talking. And so I was all for it, because I do believe in, destiny and faith, and you know that. And I just believe whatever's for you in life is going to happen. And I just felt like this was just your timing. So that's why I supported you no matter what. When you called me and said this and that, I'm like, no, Eileen's going to be all right, because this is your faith, this is your destiny, it's going to work out, because I believed in you. And if anybody's to succeed, it's going to be you, because you bring nothing but that to other people's lives. So I was actually proud and happy and just excited for you, and just couldn't wait till it happened. And I'm just so happy it's been a year. It's been a wonderful year. I think we've all learned a lot. We've all had a lot of fun. Especially Uche. And, he's very controversial. I can't deal with him sometimes. I leave the things he says as a big feminist. But at the end of the day, I am, super proud of you. And I think this is for you. And it's just going to keep growing and growing. And I'm just happy I was here from the beginning.
So, of course, I can't help but do what I do. So,
Do what you do.
Yeah, before I started last night, I found an article.
Really?
The
Imagine
study
that.
show. Yeah, you bring your show. I've gotten it on. People listen to my show, but they look forward, especially when we're on Wednesdays, and they talk about you bringing a smile in the middle of the day. So the studies have shown.
What have studies shown?
People who smile appear to be more attractive to others. It can lengthen their lives, and they live longer.
Really?
It relaxes your body. It puts out the neurotransmitters. Common sense tells you that smiles are contagious, but it's amazing how when you smile, it's another person. It's an instinctive reflex. It's like you're trying to give away the secret to the sauce. So there's a dopamine release, there's the endorphin release, and when you look at other people, there's that smile. And I can't tell you the number of times that I've had people that said that they're having a bad day, and all of a sudden you get on here and start clowning, especially on Tuesdays for whatever reason.
I don't know.
It's really hot and fire. But your smiles are helping people to live longer, lower their blood pressures, and kind of get through the day.
That is amazing.
That was
I'm
from
really
Psychology
excited.
Today.
I'm so warm and fuzzy inside. I don't even know what to do. But I think we have someone online, too. So let's go to the lines. Good morning and welcome to The Good Life. This is Good Life Friday. And I have all of my kind of originals in the studio with me. I'm here with Doc Riggs, Gian, Uche, and Isaac.
How y'all doing this
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just called to wish you happy birthday and
Thank
a
you.
good success for the year, because I've been listening to you since you came on the radio.
Oh, goodness.
just-
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I just want to give you that congratulations. I'm on my way with Chef Ronnie across the river to help him do some yard work. So, yeah.
Shout out to Chef Ronnie.
I'm doing some chores.
Do y'all have a favorite show?
Yes,
or
ma'am,
favorite
you
topic?
You guys are. Thank you.
Do you have a favorite topic? That we talked
besides,
about?
domestic violence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and children without their fathers and stuff like that, stuff like that. You guys have been hitting it on the nail pretty much. All right?
Thank you so much. I appreciate your call.
Thank you, darling. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Eileen, I was going to ask you that. The show is The Good Life with Eileen Carter, right? But it's like the callers really kind of help shape the show and make the show what it is, like make it successful. Do you have like a favorite caller, a favorite instance when somebody called and asked you something and you were like, Lord, do people ask me that?
I do.
Okay, Gian, tell me.
It was that guy who called in and said that divorced women are sample platters. I will never forget that. I was
Sample
mortified
platters?
by that.
Yeah, because both of us are, I'm divorced.
And
But
I'm
what
divorced.
is a sample platter?
And exactly, and I was like, "What's a
I'm
what?"
serious.
Like, and Eileen was like
A
Sam's?
petri dish or a
No,
sample
that's what we were
platter?
thinking. Like, are we at
Like
like
sample.
Like at Sam's, he said people just come around and sample us, but they don't want to buy us. And I was like, "Excuse me."
like,
I remember that, and I will never forget that. We
I
still
wouldn't
talk
even
about
said
that.
nothing like that.
Yes, Eileen, you remember that
I
day,
do
right?
remember that because I was like, Well, we can all have our different opinions.
Yes. But he called us sample platters.
And yours you can keep on your side. Because what do I always say, Doc Riggs, and you laugh at me. And you're like, Eileen, I like that. I'm allergic to negative people.
Yes, you'll leave.
I will. I live.
Deuces.
Seriously. And I think it's funny because I think you can, and I don't want to call out any callers, but I think what I have enjoyed about the show is honestly seeing, the transition of some of our callers. Whereas in
transition of us.
That too. I was going to get there. That was going to be the next segment, our own personal transition. But the transitions of some of our callers, some of the callers who are having certain situations or certain issues in their lives and have called back and say, you know what? This show or this conversation really helped me. I remember it was just a couple weeks ago. Oh, y'all going to, touch my heart. But this gentleman called in about, having a conversation with their children. I don't think we do that enough. And he said he was realizing that, conversations that he and the child's mother were having were affecting the child. And by listening to the child, he opened up his mind to how it was affecting his child and how they were going to do certain things differently. And so I was like, that's the good life. That's exactly what it is. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to figure out how we have changed since being on the show. This is Eileen. It's a Good Life Friday, and we'll be right back.
If the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down all alone, then women together ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up again. Join me, Timberland Sam Sumter, Fridays at 1 p.m. on Pumps, Pearls, and Politics, where we will dive into topics that highlight the triumphs and challenges surrounding the complex lives of women, providing a cultural understanding of the past, present, and shaping future policies while encouraging and supporting women in the shoes they choose to walk in. That's Pumps, Pearls, and Politics, Friday at 1 p.m. on WBOK, 1230 a.m., where we have real talk for real times.
You're on the move and so is your bank. Liberty Bank now offers you the power to manage your money from the palm of your hand with mobile banking with Liberty Bank. Whether you need to check balances, transfer money, or view transactions, mobile banking at Liberty Bank allows convenient and secure access to your money. Enroll today at www.libertybank.net and download our mobile app. You can mobile bank at Liberty Bank to keep the power in your hands. Liberty Bank. There's freedom here. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Are you looking for a better way to get fit? Bored with the same old routines? Looking for results or a way to instill discipline in the kids? Tiger Rock Martial Arts is the answer with Taekwondo, kickboxing, and self-defense classes. Tiger Rock diversifies your training in ways that allows individuals of all ages and fitness levels to feel like a champion. Join Tiger Rock today. TigerRockNola.com or 504-455-9694. That's 504-455-9694 with a 3-class starter pack starting for only $38, which includes your training uniform. Learn, grow, and succeed with Tiger Rock's 3 convenient locations: Old Metairie, West Bank, and Clearview. There's no better time to start gaining strength, skills, and protection for life than now. 504-455-9694. 504-455-9694. See you on the mat.
Hello? I need help. My hair is a mess and my man texts me telling me to be ready for 8. He has a surprise. What am I going to do? My stylist takes forever.
I got you. Call Ringlet Salon. I just left there.
Where?
Ringlet Salon. They took me within minutes and had me in and out in no time. Very professional, and I scheduled online at ringlets.com.
For real?
Girl, for real.
Does Ringlet Salon hook up your roots?
Looks like I got a perm, and you know I'm anti-chemicals. Ringlet Salon has my hair soft and bouncy. I'm getting a Brazilian Blowout Express next week. It eliminates frizz for 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Okay, I'm all about Ringlet Salon. Where are they located?
Ringlets has 2 locations, one at 4712 Paris Avenue and one in the Hilton Hotel on the river. That location validates parking for 4 hours and is open on Sunday.
Perfect for a working woman like me. That's all I needed to know. I'm going to be fresh for my man.
You will if you schedule your appointment at ringlets.com. That's RINGLETTS.com.
Bye. Go and make my appointment with Ringlet Salon now.
People are raving about Lil Dizzy's Cafe.
I liked it so much I went back the next day for breakfast.
I went for the lunch all-you-can-eat buffet, and I had to be rolled out of it.
I had many gumbos in this city, and I will say, hands down, Little Dizzy's is the best.
I felt loved when I ate the bread pudding. I literally almost cried.
You heard it here first. Lil Dizzy's Cafe is New Orleans' #1 Creole restaurant. Open 7 days a week, Lil Dizzy's pulls out all the stops with a mouth-watering all-you-can-eat lunch buffet featuring the best fried chicken and gumbo in the city. Enjoy a hearty breakfast and be sure to ask for the seafood omelet loaded. Lil Dizzy's Cafe, 1500 Esplanade Avenue in the historic Treme. For reservations or takeout orders, call 504-569-8997. For catering and private parties, call Miss Jerry at 504-324-9567. That's 504-324-9567. Lil Dizzy's Cafe, the best in the city.
WBOK, New Orleans.
Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Good Life. We are here on Good Life Friday, and we are celebrating 1 year of the Good Life. I am absolutely so excited. I want to thank everyone from the WBOK listening area, New Orleans, and all over the world. Thank everyone from Gospel is Golden. That's New Orleans, Dallas, Fort Worth, and literally all over the world. And I know if you've been listening this week, I was just kind of letting you know exactly how much that we've branched out and how much we've grown in this year. Our next listening audience, the largest one is Houston, then it's Ashburn, Virginia, then it's LA. We are national. So I don't want y'all to think that we're just here, because when I tell you we're going national, we're going to syndicate this show, I'm here claiming it. What's today? November 30th. We are going national. October 30th. I'm excited because my birthday's November 1st.
I wish it was November 30th.
Why?
I'll be out of here.
Oh, where are you going? As long as it's not a Tuesday, I don't care where you go. You can do your thing. So we are here, and I have some of my supportive cast in the studio with me. I have Doc Griggs. I have Gian, who's literally been here before the beginning. I have Uche, who knows too much of my business. And I have Isaac, my partner and everything. And we are really here kind of just reminiscing about the past year and the growth that they have seen with me, they have had in themselves, and, the show as well. Because literally, all of those days didn't exist when we first started. So, they grew as we grew. So, look, Isaac is laughing. I was like, Isaac, what am I going to talk about tomorrow? Literally, some days that was it. We're going to go to the lines. I have a caller in line, too. Welcome to the Good Life. How are you?
Hello. Eileen.
Yes.
Ed Robinson.
Hi. Oh, my gosh. How are you?
How are you doing?
I am blessed. I'm excited to hear from you.
Great. I'm not a much caller, but, I will work with you again. And just wanted to tell you that it was great working with you, especially with finance. And I also listen to Doc Greg. I might not take all his advice, but he gives a lot of stuff. But you give a lot of information on your show, and I've been happy to work with you. And I'm not going to hold you, but I just want you to know, here, like today, I listen at you. All right?
Wait, before you go, I want you to tell a story about, I'm going to shout out to myself, how sponsoring on the Good Life works. Because I started with Mr. Robinson right before Jazz Fest of this year. And he was like, we needed to get some employees, let's put some ads on air and, blah, 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 blah. So, Mr. Ed, when we put those ads on air, how did that work out for you?
It worked out great during Jazz Fest. We needed about 400 people. This is our 35th year work at Jazz Fest. And we started about January trying to recruit. And the ads helped us a great deal. And also, even after that, when we needed people, we would get people in. So I appreciate that, really.
Well, Well, thank
and
you.
we'll look at another marketing strategy.
Yes, we will. And Mr. Robinson, I actually worked this out with your daughter because the ads had worked so that we had to stop them 2 weeks before Jazz Fest because they were overflowing with the amount of people that they had. Wow. So that's how the Good Life works. So thank you, Mr. Robinson, for everything you do. That is L&R Security. So if you have any security needs, make sure that you reach out to them because they don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk, and they make sure that they give back to the community. So thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate it.
Great. All right, have a good day.
You too.
All right.
I am feeling all the love. And if you would like to advertise your business on The Good Life, give me a call at 504-400-7127. That's 504-400-7127. Nothing like getting a testimony on the air. And if you want to email me, you can email me at Eileen, y'all spell it right, EILEEN at WBOK1230am.com.
One leg short, one leg tall.
I'm going to hurt you. See, that's because when people know you too long, that's what they think they can talk about. But speaking of transformations on the radio, I think we've all had a couple. And I'm going to start with Uche.
Well, I didn't have no transformation. What are you talking about? But I do want to say
everybody's laughing.
I do want to say
you've had no transformation.
To speak to the genuineness of the show is that, I don't know if people know, but we never know what we're talking about until the day we get in the studio, and it's like,
don't make me sound like that.
I don't even look because I don't want to know.
He doesn't look. He comes in here and he don't know, right? So don't put that on everybody else.
No, but the genuineness is that we don't have a week to research and look up things and get it, and have it have it produced, I guess.
Right, exactly.
So it's very real when we're in here. So
can we talk about the transformations?
I don't know what transformations.
Well, I hope that you've had some transformations in the year, and so I really want to get into that with you. Let's talk about that because I haven't seen you in a while, and we haven't had to talk about you in a while, and I want to talk.
Yeah, we live around the corner from each other.
I know, but I haven't seen you in a while.
You got my phone number. You don't.
I know,
you don't
but I think that all the female audience members would like to,
to know what?
To know if you had any transformations in the last year. They're praying for that. I hope you've had transformations.
What do you mean? What is a transformation? I don't even know what that looks like.
That's sad. You need to know what that looks like.
I don't know what it looks like.
Oh,
because Uche, you have said some things that
I've said some things that I meant. That I mean.
I know, but it's just ridiculous.
Why?
Because
that's me.
Because I think you just say that. You cannot possibly think these things.
I don't just say that.
Because then you will be single forever. Yeah. And I know you don't care. I know you claim you don't care. But
what?
I like you personally as a friend. And I have things you've said about women in the relationship, not degrading, but just your views have just been so shocking to me that you think that. Because I wouldn't think that I would even hang out with somebody who thinks that.
But you do.
Right? I know. And that's why I'm hoping. I'm hoping you've had some transformation. So
all right, you want to know what the transformation is the transparency to be like, this is who I am on the show, off the show.
But I don't believe that. I think you're front. Because I think that you cannot.
Listen.
Listen. Because I do not believe that. Because Eileen has seen a softer side of you. I have seen a softer side of you. You're not that person you portray.
I don't. There's a soft side, but the hard side doesn't go away. It's still there.
I don't think
I'm sure.
But I agree with that. But I just once again think that you haven't met the right person because I don't think you've met a woman. I think you deal with girls, and we've talked about that because I feel like a woman wouldn't tolerate that, and you would respect her and love her enough.
Women tolerate what you let them get away with.
I agree. But that's a girl. But that's the girl. Once again, I think that's a girl.
If I walk in Saks,
I have the guys in here agreeing.
If I walk in Saks and they're like, no, you don't have to pay for those shoes, I'll be like, I'm out.
Okay.
I do what people let me get away with.
I mean,
you can't blame me for that.
I mean, I understand that, Uche, but that's a superficial level of talking. Yes, we're talking about on a deeper level.
So many
guys, I don't talk with people like that on that level.
There are so many guys
because you've been dating girls.
Because I what?
Because you date girls
deliberately,
and I know that, and that's sad.
Deliberately,
but you're not okay.
But they have
it's
so many
and intentional.
But they have so many guys who wouldn't say that though.
Say what?
Say what actually takes place.
But that's Uche's reality. I do not want to believe, and let me live in my fantasy.
Who else's reality do I live in?
That
who else's reality
Uche is one of the few men that thinks like that. Like I want to believe
but that's what
that's the reality.
I will say this. Having been on the show and talking to guys for a year. And I really have a different perspective because I've actually listened to men for a year. And there have been things that I absolutely don't agree with, but when you listen and you see their perspective, you're like,
I don't shake.
They really do think that way. Whether we want to believe it or not, whether it aggravates us to our core, there are things that we just do differently.
And I agree
and that
with that.
men are just,
I agree with that.
You
but
know, we have to tell you.
No, I agree.
If we don't give you specifics, and not even in a mean way, like A, B, C, D, you're only going to do A, B, C, D. If I tell you A, B, you're only doing A, B, and it's not because you want to be mean or ugly. It's because I only told you A, B.
Now, normally I don't.
And Uche's like, she's been listening to me.
Don't chime in on. I stay in my lane, but now you're in my lane. Because the way guys deal with each other. Uche, I need to go. We're gonna stop by your restaurant, and then we're gonna stop by the store, and I'm good. What are we gonna do?
We're going to stop by the restaurant, stop by the store. You're going to be good.
That's it. That's the way, guys. That's just the way that there's no, he looks like he's hungry. Mm-hmm. There's no, he looks, I think, I'm going to stop here because I think you want to get a beer. Say, bruh, I thought we was going by the restaurant and the store. What you doing? That's it.
No beering. Isaac?
I just find it so interesting that Gian is concerned with Uche's growth. I think that just shows the love of the Good Life crew. Personally,
we do love each other.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. But Uche, as far as transformation goes, I'm sure that most of the listeners want to see you transform.
Exactly.
Grow.
I think somebody just wants to see you in love.
Right.
I mean, exactly. And I think that if he does not make some changes, Uche, that you won't find that. You will date a girl.
I'm not
because, like I
looking
say,
for that.
I want you to have a woman because it's a whole different level of relationship. But I think that you like people you can control and you can tell all that foolishness to. Because, see, a woman is not going to tolerate you and all that behavior. But I don't really think you're like that. If I thought you were that guy, I would be like, okay, he's going to date girls forever and that's it. I don't think that's who you are. I think deep down inside you are that guy. You are a really good guy. You are a sensitive guy. You're a loving guy.
I'm just not that person in a relationship.
Okay, all right.
That's all.
Wait, Uche. You're that guy, but you're not that guy in a relationship.
Wait.
That's it. Like you gotta take that and put that in perspective.
Wait. Hold on, Eileen. We talk about on Wednesdays being happy with yourself, right?
Right.
Pat Williams say you're a star player. Yeah. This man sounds like he's happy with his star player.
Very happy. Very happy. I'm about to give him a signing bonus.
Wait, we have Coleman on line too. We have Coleman on line too. Coleman,
and please, because I have to comment on what Dr. Egg just said.
Okay. Coleman, welcome to the Good Life. We are here on Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and Money Monday. We are here with everything going on at one time. Welcome to the Good Life. We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
Good morning. I want to say congratulations on your anniversary.
Thank you so much.
And also to the rest of the morning crew that's been your supporter for the year. I just want to add in on a few things. Men really like being not perfect, but cool and good. And women do tolerate more than men because men has more to choose from. Women have less to choose from. And also, women have a tendency to want to, I'm going to use the word change the man. And, we've said before, a person can't change another person. They have to change themselves. You can give them examples, and if they choose to accept those examples, they will make a change within themselves. But if somebody telling you something, rest assured it's pretty close to what they're telling you. So that's my contribution for this morning.
Thank you so much, Coleman. That is one that, people say it and it's a quote people like to give, but it's another thing to really listen to it and apply it to your everyday life. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. But we never want to do that. We always want to change them. We want to, conform them to what works for us. But literally, even on Money Monday, if someone, if they aren't necessarily, if they're the spender in their relationship, then guess what? they're the spender. They can be a little bit more, budget a little bit more, be a little bit better, but they're generally always going to be the spender. Maybe that's the responsibility you need to take on. You know, it's just balancing those relationships no matter what you're doing. In wellness, they may not be the workout guru. If you are, you'd be like, let's go for a walk in City Park. You know, you be the encouraging one. You can't change somebody, but you can encourage different things that's for their benefit.
But you're referencing the differences between genders earlier, and it's different. If we grew up in an outside generation, if there was a little dude walking around there, say, bro, don't touch his dog. He's going to hit you in the head with that stick. Oh, man, I'm going to touch that dog, and you're going to get hit in the head with the sticks. Am I right? Yeah. Hey, bro, that dude, he doesn't like to be touched. Don't shake his hand. If you shake his hand, bro, he's going to knock you out. And sure enough, so it's a simple thing. We go to A, we go to B, and that's it.
Well, we are going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we have our lines lit up, so we're going to listen to some of our callers. Thank you so much for holding. This is The Good Life, our 1-year anniversary, and stay tuned.
L&R Security provides the good life. They make their mark in the security arena by providing excellent security services for more than 35 years and are licensed in more than 13 states. L&R Security's team comes with a wealth of experience from the military, law enforcement, and law enforcement training. Their personnel is comprised of more than 200 employees trained in video monitoring, special event services, convention services, armed and unarmed security guards, ticket takers, executive security, personal bodyguards, hall monitors, and critical infrastructure personnel that are TSA trained. L&R Security services are provided on a 24-hour basis and have expanded to the newest technology, including video monitoring. Find them on the web at www.lrsecurity.com or call them today at 504-943-3191. Again, that number is 504-943-3191. Live the good life with L&R Security today.
This is Alicia Plummer Clivens. I want to thank the voters of District 100 for voting me into the runoff for state representative. Your confidence in me inspires me and reminds me that I am running for office as representative of the people of this district. I am truly humbled by the success we have had, but we are not finished. I need your helping hand and your votes so that we may cross the finish line together. Again, this is Alicia Plummer Clivens. Thank you, the voters of District 100. With your help, we can continue to work to make New Orleans East vibrant again. My only agenda is the agenda of the people. On this upcoming Election Day runoff, let's finish the fight. Let's band together and make the East great again. Paid for by the Alicia Plummer Clivens campaign.
Are you looking for a better way to get fit? Bored with the same old routines? Looking for results or a way to instill discipline in the kids? Tiger Rock Martial Arts is the answer with Taekwondo, kickboxing, and self-defense classes. Tiger Rock diversifies your training in ways that allows individuals of all ages and fitness levels to feel like a champion. Join Tiger Rock today. TigerRockNola.com or 504-455-9694. That's 504-455-9694 with a 3-class starter pack starting for only $38, which includes your training uniform. Learn, grow, and succeed with Tiger Rock's 3 convenient locations: Old Metairie, West Bank, and Clearview. There's no better time to start gaining strength, skills, and protection for life than now. 504-455-9694. 504-455-9694. See you on the mat.
Hello? I need help. My hair is a mess and my man texts me telling me to be ready for 8. He has a surprise. What am I going to do? My stylist takes forever.
I got you. Call Ringlet Salon. I just left there.
Where?
Ringlet Salon. They took me within minutes and had me in and out in no time. Very professional, and I scheduled online at ringlets.com.
For real?
Girl, for real.
Does Ringlet Salon hook up your roots?
Looks like I got a perm, and you know I'm anti-chemicals. Ringlet Salon has my hair soft and bouncy. I'm getting the Brazilian Blowout Express next week. It eliminates frizz for 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Okay, I'm all about Ringlet Salon. Where are they located?
Ringlets has 2 locations, one at 4712 Paris Avenue and one in the Hilton Hotel on the River. That location validates parking for 4 hours and is open on Sunday.
Perfect for a working woman like me. That's all I needed to know. I'm going to be fresh from my man.
You will if you schedule your appointment at ringlets.com. That's RINGLETTS.com.
Bye. Go and make my appointment with Ringlet Salon now.
You're on the move and so is your bank. Liberty Bank now offers you the power to manage your money from the palm of your hand with mobile banking with Liberty Bank. Whether you need to check balances, transfer money, or view transactions, mobile banking at Liberty Bank allows convenient and secure access to your money. Enroll today at www.libertybank.net and download our mobile app. You can mobile bank at Liberty Bank to keep the power in your hands. Liberty Bank. There's freedom here. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Listen to WBOK 1230 AM anywhere in the world. Live at www.wbok1230am.com. WBOK 1230 AM, talk radio in New Orleans.
Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life.
The wait is over.
Welcome to the good life.
And after all the talk, all I gotta say is,
welcome to the good life.
You're welcome. You're all welcome. Like
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Good Life. If only you could be a fly on the wall during the break. I wish you could, but I don't know if they could put all that on the air. But we are back celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Good Life radio show. I am so excited to be in the studio with all of these lively characters. I have Doc Griggs, who's laughing so hard he can't breathe right now. I have my girl Gian, who's been here from the beginning, literally before it even existed. I am here with Uche, my partner in Relationship Tuesday, and Isaac, who's been behind the scenes, but he's always holding me down. So thank you so much, all of you, for being here. We're going to head to the lines real quick because none of y'all need to talk right now. I'm going to let all y'all chill. Y'all all on timeout. We go. Tyrone Hughes is on the line. Good morning. How are you? And welcome to the Good Life.
Hey, good morning.
Thank you. Is this like,
That's
like,
Hall of Fame here?
I know. I was like, for real? Yeah, that's the Good Life.
Well, this is Shedrick, and I wanted to say happy anniversary to the show. And I must say to all of you all, you all are the future of New Orleans. So thank you for your positive outlooks and your real, outlooks. And hopefully that we all can change our city, for the better. And in reference to the female that kind of let, I guess, the brother have it, I believe females need to understand that men may be slow or appear to be slow to you. But when we do love, we love deeply. And honestly, here in 2015, we love better. And all a man really wants at the end of the day is to be respected and appreciated. And what females must learn as I close is that people are bad at relationships, and people make up, the people makeup is two genders, male and female. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you so much, Cedric.
Shit, I'm going to be at the barbershop today, all right?
He hung up.
You heard that,
Thank
Gian?
you so much, Cedric.
No, I agree.
couldn't
And
read
I agree
the
totally
lines.
with the gentleman said. I agree.
You agree on something?
Thank you so
I
much,
do.
Cedric. And
Because when
Tyrone,
somebody's right, it makes sense to me. I agree.
he was on line 3. Good
What if
morning and
Uche
welcome.
said that?
Oh my goodness.
I would have been so proud
Yeah,
of him.
right.
I would have been proud of him, and that was a transformation I was looking for.
Tyrone, help me out. This is the Hall of Famer, Tyrone Hughes. Is it? Yes?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
What's
my
up,
goodness.
Eileen?
Good morning. This is The Good Life.
Everybody. What's happening, Doc Greg?
What's
and
happening, sir?
Only Black Dr. Phil on Facebook.
What's going on?
Nothing more. I just want to say this as it pertains to relationships. I've been a single man since 2005, and I found it to be beneficial because I was with my daughter's mom for about 11 years. I actually put her through. I realized it really wasn't worth it. And the first thing women have to realize is y'all have to get out of that mama and grandmama mode of cater to your man. Y'all have to make sure that you are happy with yourself and right with yourself first before you go out trying to be with somebody else to make them happy.
Yay! Can you say that again? Say that again.
Catering.
Yes. Love it.
And the thing about it is understand this. When a man finds a good woman, we're going to try to do whatever possible to lock you down, whether that's as a girlfriend, trying to get you pregnant and be baby mama, or even if we get that ultimatum that y'all will give us and say, let's go into marriage. But understand this, the majority, and I never say all, I'll never talk about all people, But the majority of women want to be in a relationship. The majority of men don't. But when we find that good woman, we want to lock you down because we always want to have somebody at home, somebody to say that's ours. But yet we still want to go out and do what we want to do. The only thing that needs to happen between two people is, first of all, we don't date long enough to really get to know someone because we want to get into that relationship. But my thing is, as a woman, a lot of y'all don't want to date different guys because y'all are afraid of the perception that other guys may have of you. Well, I saw her out with this one, or I saw her out with that one. Well, you know what? We're going to think what we want to think anyway. So as a woman, if you're single, you have the right to date several different guys. That doesn't mean you have to sleep with them, but you have the right to date several different guys to get to know who you really want to be with. And in that dating process, before you get into a committed relationship, you ought to know this person is marriage material. Because if it's not marriage material, then what is the purpose of getting into a committed relationship? Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to break up because it's not going to go anywhere.
I agree with that. See, I agree, Uche. See, I know how to agree with a man. I agree. I love it. But can I just add something?
I want to say, just take the time to communicate and date. Everything will work out.
You know what, Tyrone? You opened my mind to living differently in the world. I'm about to date. Put it out there. This is the Good Life. It's the Good Life Friday. Eileen is dating.
That's some Hall of Fame advice right
That
now.
is some Hall of Fame advice.
Exactly.
Starting tonight where?
Yes, sir.
Starting tonight at 225 Barone Street, the WXYZ bar Eileen is dating.
Boom.
Boom. There it is.
There it is.
Thank you guys a lot.
Thank you so
Hall
much.
of Fame advice.
I like that.
And can I just add to something that
Yes.
Tyrone just said? You know, I think that happiness, though, cannot be given by anyone else. And, you know, I think it comes within self. And I think you have to be happy with yourself first and love yourself first and then know what you want and know what you're looking for in life before you can have a relationship with anybody. Because if you're going into a relationship with a friend or a lover or whatever and looking for them to fulfill any needs you have, you will always be disappointed. And that's what life itself. So I just think that happiness is internal.
Absolutely. And we discussed this on Wellness Wednesday,
We did,
don't we,
but
Doc?
that sounds like exactly what we were saying, that Uche was saying earlier, is that he's happy with himself for right now, for where he is, for what he's trying to do. You made an excellent point, especially with guys when it goes back to the hunter.
And they didn't hear this point because I was off air. This is the great off air advice that I give.
Yeah,
So
it's the hunter-gatherer days. When it was time to go out and hunt and gather and bring back, I mean, you really didn't care about anything except finding that elephant, that boar, that buffalo. Everything else was to the side. Now, when you get back home and things are comfortable, you got the prize you were seeking, you're a different person. But when we're in a work mode and building, and you reach certain decades in your life where you start to think about, what is my legacy? What am I trying to build for those that are already here with me? So it's a totally different mode. So I agree.
we have a first-time caller. I am so excited. George is a first-time caller. Welcome to The Good Life. It's The Good Life Friday. I'm here with the crew. I am here with Doc from Wellness Wednesday, Gian from all of the shows. She's been here from the beginning, Uche from Relationship Tuesday, and Isaac, who's behind the scenes, who's always holding me down.
Hey, behind the scenes always what? Holding you down.
Holding us down, you know.
On the ground. Get off that woman. So anyway.
Helping me market and sponsorships.
I'm a OG, right? And I'm lousy in relationships. I don't commit. I have commitment problems from the day I was born. I can't sit still. I'm antsy. I'm ADHD, ABXYZ. I'm all jacked
That's the bar we'll be at tonight.
And you know what? And you know what's real interesting about that?
What?
In this long journey, that brother who just got off the phone, I said ditto to that man, because I pick up in my life, I ain't got a whole lot of women in my life, but I always find the women always just finish with that brother who ain't no good. And I get thrown in the bunch. People need to leave their luggage at home and treat everybody they meet like a stranger, even if you know them and you ain't seen them in a while. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, George.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Because,
You agree with everything,
look, I'm so good looking, right?
Right, George.
I've had women tell me that I'm too innocent to go to bed with, but they'll ask me for money. Now, what kind of food is that?
Trick or treat.
Somebody talk to me.
George, I will say this. Having been on the show and, y'all listening to, we generally attract what we are. So maybe you need to start looking at, something that's going on internally, because there's some stuff that you told us at the beginning that might be the reason that you're attracting the type of women that you're attracting.
I ain't big bank Hank. I ain't slinging no dollar bills like that. I ain't trying to make it rain.
You sling something else.
It ain't like that.
Well, you just said you don't want to commit. You haven't committed
you don't
your
want to
whole
commit,
life. So, I mean,
I got commitment problems.
Okay.
I don't mind telling you up front.
Okay,
you're
well
supposed
then.
to run like hell when I tell you I got
You
commitment.
got to pay for that there.
That's the point. You're saying you have commitment problems, and they're like, okay, well, if you're not going to commit, if you're not going to do A, then you need to do B.
And look, and so when I'm honest with you, right, y'all won't fix me because I'm a lovable guy. I do stuff like I make sure your car clean. I make sure your room gets painted. I do good things for you. And y'all get crazy with that stuff. Like, I don't understand. Somebody help me.
Man, just trick off a little money. That's all. You'll be all right.
George, come meet us tonight at 225 Barone Street.
We can talk.
We'll be there from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. We're going to talk to you. We're going to sit down and we're going to have a session, George.
Make sure you get some if you come tonight.
You buying the drinks tonight?
Just for you.
All right, come out tonight, George. We'll see you there. We're gonna go to line 2. Solomon, welcome to the Good Life. We are here on Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Money Monday, all of them wrapped up in one.
Oh, so what you're saying? You're living the good life?
We
right?
Exactly
in
Solomon,
real life.
Exactly.
Look, happy anniversary.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Look, as I've always said, I called before. Relationship, any type of relationship, it's a three-legged stool. Conversation, negotiation, compromise. Either one of those legs missing, you're going to have a problem. You understand?
Absolutely.
Now, as far as survival is concerned, men want sex and women want security. Do you agree?
I absolutely agree. Well,
men want their kids to go forward. Women want to be in a situation where she feels safe and secure. Okay? Now, men usually want what they see. Women want what they feel. Okay? Now, when plenty of people don't understand what dating is. See, you got two strangers coming together trying to start a relationship. But where plenty of people go wrong is, rather than being honest and upfront, putting the cards on the table, so to speak, they try to impress.
They have that,
Then down the road, when things don't come about because of questions not asked, oh, well, you didn't, oh, well, you did, oh, well, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you're being fraudulent when you misrepresent yourself.
Absolutely, Solomon. You are absolutely correct. I'm going to let I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to let all of the co-hosts respond to that, because we've had this conversation before about, putting up the mask. So, Solomon brought up a great point about, people who bring up the mask and they want to, this is who I am, but it's not who you are. That's who you portray yourself to be.
I remember early in the show, I suggested, I was like, for Relationship Tuesday, you got to talk about the representative.
Yes,
you got to talk about that
that
person, and that's what Brother Solomon is talking about. Either you got a representative out there that's a false representation, or you're doing the real thing in real life. It's an either or. And some people in real life decide that they want to go with their representative, and that's a conscious decision. But just like Brother Solomon said, and I think it's really cool that people like Brother Solomon Brother Solomon Coleman, they giving us that good old game right there.
Yes.
And that's kind of a lot. That's a big part of the movement.
Tyrone Hughes, shout out.
Yeah, Tyrone.
Hall
of Fame advice right there. But we talking about some brothers that done lived some lives that decided right now, today, to make a decision to just put it out there, and not just for us, but the family that's listening.
Right, absolutely.
So that's where I find the value in this discussion. And again, either it's a representative you got out there, or it's the real you, or it's the real you deciding to put the representative out there.
Well, exactly. How I feel about it is this. I think sometimes people, we talked about this earlier, they show you themselves, you just don't believe in. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times people fall in love with the representative, or what I call the ghost, and they think that's what they're getting, and they don't want to see the true person. And then, the relationship goes down, and it was like, I never knew you were like that. Yes, you did. You just didn't want to see it.
Right.
And I think the problem is you need to sit back and get out of have that lust or love or whatever you in the beginning of the relationship and step back and say, who is this person? And I think people can lie to you a lot, but I tell people, meet the family, meet the friends, see how they treat other people. Because a lot of times that's who they really are, right? 'Cause they don't fake in front of those people. So you get to see a lot. Who raised them? Okay, that's a lot who you're getting. And how they act with their friends, how they act with other people, how they interact with their everyday life tells you a lot. And I think people need to just be cognizant of that and say, okay, who am I really dealing with? And do I love the person for who they are and not what I want them to be and not all these things they're portraying to me that might not be long lasting.
Absolutely. I have been in this trap on more than one occasion. I have gotten the okie doke.
You in a trap out?
Oh.
Anyway, I have fallen in that trap. I have been in this situation, and you know you're in the trap when you're like, oh, I wish they were just that man that I met at the beginning. Oh, I like the old you. Why can't you bring the old you? When you're saying that, you fell in love with the representative. You got the okie doke, and it's okay. But at the point that you realize that, walk away, because at that point you are it's self-sacrifice.
But my grandmother always said that you don't have to bring everybody home to live with you.
Ooh.
Which means that you can play. You can have your friends that you play with on the block and in the street, and you can have a great time. And that's what y'all do. You get together and you play. But you don't have to bring them every person that you play with. Just because we had a great time playing football don't mean I want to live with you and want to be with you all day for the rest of my life.
Right.
So accept it for what it is. You don't have to bring all your friends home.
Accept it for what it is.
Well, there it is. That's the good life. We're going to wrap it up in a bow. This is the good life. Thank you all for listening. New Orleans, Dallas, Fort Worth, and literally all over the world. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Come out and celebrate with us tonight at the WXYZ bar at the Loft Hotel, 225 Barone Street. That's 225 Barone Street, Chico. And if you want to become a part of the good life, give us a call at 504-400-7127. 504-400-7127. I want to thank LNR Security and Mr. Ed for all that he's done. I want to thank Gian for being a supporter as well, because that is the good life, and we really do make sure that your business leads the good life too. This is Eileen, and I'm out.